Good evening, classmates. My name is Shayla, and this is my program evaluation, uh, including an overview of the program proposal for Professor Eric Bronson's Planning Evaluation course. The proposed agency name that I have named for my program is Symphony Melody for Autistic Children, or short would be SMAC. Easy name to remember. You can see my program is going to be for autistic children, focusing mainly on music. To give you an overview of what autism is, as many of you might know, but just a little background. Known worldwide as autism spectrum disorder, autism has been deemed as the fastest growing developmental disability in the United States. As of 2000, 120% has been increasing each year, and by 2014 it's been concluded that the world population that suffers from autism is up to 1%. The prevalence in the US, it's roughly 1 out of 68 children, and is expected to increase between 6 to 15% on a yearly basis. Children with autism have difficulties with their motor skills, including social, communicative, cognitive skills. Because the deficits of children with autistic disorder fall under a cognitive control, they lack the flexibility to match decision making and process information, deeming them intellectually disabled. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention describes autism as developmental disabilities that cause substantial impairments in social interaction and communication in the presence of unusual behaviors and interests. Many people with autism disorders also have unusual ways of learning, paying attention, and reacting to different sensations. Yes, it is true that every child develops at their own pace, but autistic children are extra particular in their ways of learning. Some signs that a child with autism might exhibit is they have trouble relating to others, they avoid eye contact, they have a hard time adapting to change, they do repetitive motions and actions over and over again, and they also just appear unaware when people talk to them. Many individuals find it socially difficult to interact with each other, thus making the give and take communication particularly challenging. Unfortunately, autism cannot be cured, but there are many things that we can do that can make a positive impact on the lives of children that suffer from it. Since I do want to incorporate music with this program, I'm going to just give a little brief background on how music affects the brain. Okay. Habilitation, or music as therapy, is designed to develop and maintain and maximize an individual's learning capacity. Because the rhythmic response is an important factor, music has had a strong link with lowering blood pressure and helping with developmental disabilities, including autism. Quick example: an autistic child can use the rhythm in order to learn how to tie their shoes. By playing music in the background, the child learns to organize his physical movements with the beat of the music in order to successfully complete the task at hand. Music is the only sensory experience that can activate all senses at the same time. As a society, it is very important that we focus and help families with autistic children. Parents with autistic children will go through a phase where they won't know how to help their child, or will be confused by conflicting treatment advice that's either given by the psychologist, the psychiatrist, the children's school, so they're really stuck in a limbo. While, as I mentioned before, it is true that child does not just grow out of it, it is up to us as an intellectual society to create programs that can help children learn skills and overcome a lot of developmental challenges. Autism is part of the 5 disorders that fall under the umbrella of having pervasive developmental issues. Many psychologists and authors have completely ruled out music as a way to help children because they believe that they cannot function socially. While that is true, they will, children have a way to use music in order to go ahead and use, like I stated before, the rhythm to just complete the task at hand. However, these psychologists believe that autistic children lack the skills to properly bond with others, deeming them emotionally unresponsive to the music. Music, sorry. Music therapy has been psychological practice that has been around for decades as a way to treat conditions such as Parkinson's disease, to anxiety, and even high blood pressure. It involves a combination of behavioral, biomedical, developmental, educational, humanistic, and adaptive music instructions. Music therapy will not only enhance the quality of life for the autistic child, but it will also improve the communicative skills between the child and the family. While performing this extended research, I found that there are four main things that music helps with in a child. We have cognitive skills, we have speech and communication, motor skills and sensory, and then we have social, which means the behavior. Within the speech category, one of the problems that we find is that the child has difficulty with expressing the receptive communication. A solution can be music helps those that cannot express themselves verbally by developing their verbal communication, speech, and language skills. For example, singing is used as part of the therapy to increase sentence length, fluency, rate, and appropriate speaking voice. Another problem we encounter would be the sensory integration problems. A solution with music can be it provides a rhythmic component that stimulates the auditory, visual, and tactile sense. As you see, everything that's a problem has a response, solution using music. Let me go ahead and give you one more. For example, also social behavior. The problem with social behavior when children with autism would be they have impairments in building relationships with others. But however, if we turn stories into musical sessions to target skills such as turn taking, share playing, joint attention, listening, and responding, an appropriate reaction with peers will end up happening with the child. Overall, music is used to discipline, to stimulate the brain in order to activate and achieve specific non-music related goals. According to the American Music Therapy Association, we can correlate every aspect of music to each specific skill. For example, speech and singing, rhythm and musical behavior, memory for song, memory for academic material, preferred music to enhance mood, attention, and behavior, and preferred music to optimize students' ability to learn and interact. By using music, we can slowly use therapy to transfer the learning from one-on-one to other environments, such as the classroom. Studies have shown that autistic children's communication behaviors reveal significant gains when they attend music therapy and experience a decrease in scores when their therapy was removed. With further research, it was concluded that musical cueing is also an effective way to enhance literacy skills. Music cueing improves word recognition, logo identification, print concepts, and pre-writing skills. For those that don't know, cueing is defined as signaling somebody to do something at a specific moment in a musical when it's their turn to speak or sing. For example, if we use cueing with kindergarten students, they have greater text accuracy when they rehearse to one another rather than when they just read a book. Since you already know the background of it, know it's a little extensive, my program proposal is this one. Over the last few years, many programs have been developed, but a lot of them failed due to not having a clear criteria and standards, resulting in insufficient funding and a lack of knowledgeable staff. Personally, I feel that many programs also fell due to the lack of interest of the child himself. As previously stated, the program I want to create will be called Symphony Melody for Autistic Children, or SMAC. SMAC will use music as a main source to help children boost their brain power improve their memory, build up their confidence, and even teach them patience. Additionally, it will also help them socialize with other children. The program will offer several classes and group sessions for various ages, including courses to learn specific instruments or teamwork using musical instruments. The methodology behind my program, will be a combination of using qualitative methods and the search model as part of my program. For those that don't know, the search model is an educational model that focuses on promoting child-initiated communication in their environment. Its plans are also developed to provide emotional and educational support to the families involved. By using the search model as a base assessment for the program, we can implement qualitative methods a lot more efficiently. According to a course book, qualitative data has a multiple amount of meanings, including the first one, it's involving questionnaires referring to the ratings, reactions, characteristics of people, and detailed coding of field notes of unstructured conversations. However, for the purpose of my program, I want to focus on the qualitative procedures that yield non-numeric information in order to help evaluators understand the program to its fullest extent. In order to develop this understanding, the evaluators will learn how the participants found the program, what they will gain from it, and how they expect to use its information in the future. This type of qualitative information will help interpret the unique aspects of every different setting within SMAC. The search model will be conducted as an evaluation or assessment at the beginning of the program and continue at least once a month for an entire school year. The evaluation will focus on social communication, emotional regulation, and transactional support. Since the search assessment will be a criteria and curriculum based, it will also provide the evaluators with a clear picture of child strengths and needs in aforementioned subjects. The participation score will be evaluated based on the program's objectives and on the following 8 social emotional indicators, which is we have happiness, sense of self-awareness, sense of others, active learning and organization, independence, flexibility and resilience, social membership and friendship, and cooperation and appropriateness of behavior. However, in order to have a successful outcome of the assessment, we will also be focusing on the program itself, not just on the evaluation. Within the program, the therapists and other staff involved in SMAC will be responsible for documenting the children's responses, conduct evaluations of progress and performance, and make recommendations that will better assist the child in the future. Furthermore, the therapists themselves will be in charge of evaluating the participant at the beginning of the program in order to place him or her in the correct spot that will meet their needs. By deciding to perform the evaluation throughout this model, it becomes a lot easier to get rid of validities that can affect the responses of the participants. I believe that SMAC has a good chance of being highly successful because of the search model I have implemented. Unlike many programs, this program will be incorporating the participant's family in the evaluation. Throughout the entire program, the therapist will also have a chance to work with the families themselves. Because as you know, a lot of these families have never seen their loved ones actually meet expectations in whatever it is that they're lacking. So for a lot of these, this is going to be the first time that they actually see their child react positively to the task at hand. Although there is no cure for autism, with the correct procedures and evaluations, we can have a successful program that will meet the needs of an autistic child. Evaluations are an essential part of any program because these evaluations contribute to providing feedback on necessary changes needed to succeed in the future. Assessing these needs that the program might lack and comparing the levels of the outcome based on the goals are essential in order to make wise choices among possible programs. And there you have it, classmates, and that is my program proposal and evaluation. If you have any questions, go ahead and type away. Thank you.